Well, you can get your character knocked out real easily. That would work.
No. I have 3 characters technically, so no, I can't.
That's true.
That's why I prefer coffee.
Okay.
Yes. We also posted an image in Skype chat of you drinking the coffee.
How about the shark?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You're now a shark. Embrace it.
We last left off when the doors to the proving grounds opened, and all of you are going in to take on the training robots. Quick bonus information, the more you take down, the more points you get.
Yay!
And the winner gets a special goodie.
Woohoo!
Who knows?
Alright. We have just a small bit of flashback between Devon and Keith, the 2 boys down to the left here. Devon's coming over to you and saying, good luck in the proving grounds. Just, I think we should split up a bit because our powers aren't exactly, compatible. We shouldn't get into each other's ways.
Well, let's see which one is strongest, fire or ice.
He gives a confident laugh and says, I think ice is gonna beat over fire. After all, it's made out of water.
Well, fire boils water and make it into fumes? Is that the correct word?
Steam, but yeah.
Steam!
How's it?
Yay! All the steam!
Yeah, Lobo
have a
up here
sauna.
is sticking with Fred. He says, "We'll find those robots together. I'll sniff them out, and you'll take them down." Woof.
That sounds like a plan.
Lily, Rosa is looking like she's sort of walking over and says, "Is there another space on that? What is it? A motorcycle?" She wonders, how would you call it?
Well, it's a bike, I guess you could call it in your language. It's yeah. Let's call it that. It's
Is there still space on it?
Well, yes. I thought you could fly though with your gravity powers, but that's fine. You're
Actually,
absolutely free to ride, wouldn't you?
Actually, I gotta stay in contact with the ground to make the powers work.
Yeah,
so I can't really fly.
Oh yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Oh well, there is room, so no problem. You're free to come along. I hope you're not afraid of speed. Just saying.
I'll hold on to you. All right.
Good.
And with
I
that,
recommend it.
the doors fling open, and all of you tell me how your character goes about finding and taking down. First of all, locating the robots. It's a huge, as you can see in the center, replica of a city area. Armtech uses it for combat training, so a lot of the houses have some dents and holes in them.
Key first thought would be get away from other people. And then find some robots.
Alright, so Keith is gonna try and get away from everyone else. Hey us, how about you?
I think he would probably shuffle in, like, just wary of his surroundings. Like, kind of hunched a bit, like, I don't want to do this.
Alright, yeah.
You can't really control his powers.
You're not the only one who's, taking it slow. Holly also isn't the fastest. She's keeping her stick ahead of her and tries, of course, to make haste, but she's feeling out the ground ahead of you. Other people like Waki and Maximilian are just running past you as fast as possible.
Don't
Lily.
try to run past.
Yeah, they can't run past you and your bike, can they?
No, I basically just push more power into the anti-gravity drives and just speed ahead, just forward and upwards, just to get a height advantage. You can look over the area.
Yeah, I don't know what's screaming louder, the engines or Rosa. as you give it full boost.
Yep.
You will probably find Jack and Lisa flying. Because, you know, Jack controls the air. So they're like basically almost like having a picnic in the air and just, you know, flying away.
How's Lisa flying? Is she hanging on to you?
No. It's basically like air disc, if you want to call it that. You know, it's a disc of air.
Oh, okay, and she's sitting on the disc of air.
Yes.
Oh, that's
and that's
cool.
how he uses his powers to make them both fly around. It's quite taxing, but it looks fancy as fuck.
Okay. And
They outtake you all, because we have also the aerial advantage.
yeah, exactly. You see Lily and Rosa off in the distance. They're pretty far away from you. Getting smaller, I would almost say.
Good luck matching my speed is all I'm saying.
Okay, and we're gonna focus for a moment the spotlight onto Freya and Lobo as you're running through the city. How would Freya move? Since she's half dog, half human, which part of her do you think would come through when hurry is called for?
She knows she's supposed to kind of hurry, but at the same time she doesn't like to hurry, so she's kind of doing a brisk jog. She's letting Lobo get really far ahead. Then she might kind of get down and do a pounce forward to catch up a little bit.
Okay, yeah. At a moment where the distance has become quite large again, there is a loud crash in the building to your left, and a cloud of smoke comes bursting through the building. A robot comes flying past. It's green and yellow and, of course, metal colored. And behind the robot comes crashing through this girl. And she sees you, because she's on your side of the smoke cloud. And she makes sort of this two-fingered eye-to-eye pose. And then she puts up 3 fingers and she's yelling to you, "Don't you forget, I'm the alpha dog of this class." And then she smashes into the nearest building, bursting through there. How do you react?
She'll kind of shrug her shoulders.
As you shrug your shoulders, the ground shakes. And the building that she came out of with the robot must have suffered so much structural damage that it's now toppling over between you and Lobo.
Freya will kind of get in front of Lobo, and when pieces come at her, she'll kind of grab them for a moment and fling them away.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Would you say this is unleashing your powers? Or could you just do that?
It's pretty big. I would imagine her like having to...
Yeah, some of these chunks become really big, so, you know, small rocks you can just toss away, but then there's like a huge chunk that comes towards you, and you have to unleash your powers to push that one away.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Full hit, yeah, no problem. But it's clear that the whole building is coming down. Are you just gonna stand there and let it bury you?
She'll try and like whip pieces at robots if she sees them, but then she'll kind of start moving away.
Okay. Right. Okay, you hurl a piece at a robot that is just coming around the corner, and you get a good view of it. So I can introduce how the robots look. And there we go. That's what they look like.
Oh,
Well,
fancy.
very fancy.
That's fancy.
Yeah, humanoid-ish, with lots of armor parts. And you toss the rock against this, and you sure this robot is scrap metal. However, as the dust settles, you hear Lobo's voice transmitter in the distance, and he says, It seems we're cut off from each other. I don't see a way over. I'm gonna go around. We're gonna meet back up.
Okay.
Save some scores for me.
I'll do my best.
Alright. Now, Lily and Rosa. Let's focus back on you up there in the sky. Yeah, why the hell not? Something gets hurled towards your bike from the ground. It seems like a bit of a rocket, and it explodes into blue smoke, rattling your Kirby craft.
Well, that's annoying.
It's followed quickly by another and another.
Can I see where they come from?
Yeah, from the ground. Actually, the rooftop of a building. There's several robots there standing, throwing these little bombs at you.
I will try to take a maneuver long turn, mostly to try to get out of the way of there myself. But I'm trying to turn around towards them, and then I'm just speeding right at them.
Okay, what's gonna happen? I mean, they're still trying. They're not gonna hit you just now.
No. My plan is basically I'm going to speed up towards them, and then as I'm getting close, I'm going to basically just tell Rosa, grab the wheel. I'm just going to do a thing. I just have a thing to do.
Okay. Rosa sort of reaches forward as you, I guess, get off the bike.
Yep, and activating the anti-gravity belt I have, because belts that can fly, it says. I'm mostly using that with my craft, but I obviously do have some anti-grav as well.
You wanna land softly if you can, be a slayer on the ground.
Exactly. So activating that, just throwing myself off the bike to fall towards the robots from above, and then basically just going to hi, just try to not punch into them, mostly just try to access port or something, just try and interface my technology with theirs to try and reprogram them.
Oh.
Okay, that seems like you are definitely unleashing your powers, as there's lots of robots and they might hit you in the process of you landing and attacking.
Does this count as me? In this case, it doesn't matter because
actually,
my Superior and Freak are the same. Isn't said about me doing this as part of my using my vehicle for this.
You're not using your vehicle for this. I mean,
exactly.
you gave it over to Rosa.
Exactly, because usually if I am on my vehicle, I can unleash my powers, directly engage, and some of those using Superior instead of the actual. In this case, it doesn't matter because Superior is 2 and my Unleash My Powers Freak is 2. So. Let's hope for the best here. Hack these robots. The robots have been hacked.
Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, you quickly get into the relatively primitive systems of the robots. You know, it's nothing compared to your home robots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And basically, as I hike into me, I'm just happily whistling to myself, like...
Now, I'm gonna roll here quickly something for Rosa, which is all about how well she is at controlling your bike that you left her with.
Suddenly, the bike crashes.
Okay, she goes, for a moment she goes spiraling, but she doesn't land on the building, she goes down into the street levels. And I think she manages to get around a corner somehow. Instead of ending at the end of the street where another high-rise stands.
Rosa!
I think somewhere in this you can hear, how do I stop this? How do I brake?
I just sigh, finishing programming robots, hopping up onto the shoulders of one of the robots just poking that way!
I mean, I guess the robots with the help of your gravity belt, just jolts after her. At the meantime, we get a sort of TV view of the scene that just happened, and we actually get some commentary It goes somewhat like this. And they're off, folks. And for all of you who are new just tuning in, I'm Rami Ray Radio, mostly known for my blog, where I read news articles and very dramatic voices. Everybody's excited about these new heroes showing their powers. And it looks some of them have even brought some equipment of their own. And at that point we zoom a bit out and there's a person, like several person in a lab coat, looking around this TV screen, and one of them says, hey, Professor, have a look at this. Isn't that the same thing from the Hero Park? And we see a blonde woman in a lab coat walking over there, and she says, keep an eye on that. That's your only excuse for watching TV on the work. Yes, Professor. And they're focused back on it.
The question is, who is the professor?
Exactly.
Knows.
This needs investigation.
We're gonna cut over to...
Oh yes, that could be her.
Let's cut over to Keith, actually. You've not made it this far in, but you don't see anybody else around. Suddenly you heard the clanking sound of metal on asphalt. Just around the corner.
My bike! It cannot take it, but my bike!
Well, is it coming towards me? The sound.
Yes. It's gonna be around the corner any moment.
Right. Keith looks around. Well, I kind of happy it's robots. As he then rolled his shoulders around, stretching a little bit.
Yes, around the corner comes a squad of 6 robots walking in perfect unison. They're all looking in different directions, and one of them spots you.
Let's give it a try.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Keith form. There begins to appear fire in Keith's right hand, and the fire begins to take the form of a ball.
Okay, a fireball.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Well,
the robots quickly point their paintball guns at you and open fire.
And so do Keith with throwing the ball at them.
Oh, quite literally, doesn't he? Yeah, sure. Roll me you're engaging a threat. Directly engaging a threat.
Yay.
You might get a bit colorful if this fails.
Yes, of course.
Potential!
Yes, you do get potential. However, several paintball guns color you in yellow, blue, and green, and it seems the fire didn't really do anything against them. They're still coming towards you, Terminator style, through the fire that quickly dissipates off the asphalt.
Okay. Fine, you're
gonna have to try harder, it seems, Keith. Holding back won't cut it.
Fine. Good, there's no one around then. Keith changed his stand, stands and seems to concentrate as he then slowly begins to raise fire around her. Him, not her. And let's see how it goes with generating some burn.
Yeah, you do
it. I need to see what a full hit actually does.
Full hit is good, as far as I remember.
Oh, yes, 3 burns and no conditions.
Yeah, nothing bad happens. You just do it perfectly.
Right. What happened is that fire continues to rise and kind of engulf Keith in it.
Okay.
And then it, settles down and he's basically covered in fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the robots are still shooting at you.
Yeah. Keith began to, kind of make a fireball again, but he seems to compress the fire into a really large amount of fire into just a small ball.
Okay.
As he then, again, noticed while, saying firebomb, as he then throws it at them. And he would really like to do Reality Storm against them.
Okay. Roll freak instead of danger.
No, that's freak. Yes, I generated 3 burns.
Yeah. It
Yes,
says
Reality
here, spend 1 burn to directly engage using your powers.
Yeah.
Rolling plus freak instead of plus danger. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically just pure 6 plus 6. Because I have -2, annoyingly. God damn it!
Okay. Do you spend a second
suck at
burn
nobody.
to avoid collateral damage?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I approve. All tricks will be proud of you.
Someone built these damn robots fireproof. That is very apparent. As the entire street goes up in flames, windows shatter, plastic trees melt. One of the robots, actually a lot of the robots' ammunition explodes as well, coloring them in blue and green, but it doesn't really stop them. In fact, they're just gonna run away now that their ammunition has been spent. I guess that prevents you from scoring any points, huh?
Well, but potential.
Yeah. But it seems that you weren't all that alone. We see the camera sort of pan upwards to a large, tall clock tower, and in the casing where the clock spins, this young hero is standing, the owl. She seems to be watching you, unemotionally, as we hear this tick, tick, tick of the clock, just watching. And then she looks somewhere else, and the camera cuts over to Maximilian frantically running away from robot fire, as there must be several robots behind him. He trips, and a robot jumps over cover, right about to shoot him, as a ray of light from her stick, from Holly's stick, hits him, the robot that is, straight in the face, and the robot falls over. And he says, "Oh, an angel has come to save me." Look, robots really aren't my specialty, he says as he walks behind her. You totally would want to help me, wouldn't you? And he pats her, and she sort of turns her head left and right, and then she repeats, "I totally would want to help you." As a couple of robots are surrounding them, and she's trying to channel light into her hand that forms into a large ball. Similar as what just happened to Keith, and in similar fashion, the ball dissipates as she's getting an incredibly loud sneeze and bends over. At which point the robots shoot, hitting Maximilian straight in the head, coloring him a nice color of blue. And moments later, a kunai flies over towards the robot, clunking against its metal casing and falling to the ground.
These are the worst heroes in existence.
Yes, and Wacky comes running in, throwing a log at the robot, like a plastic log from a tree that he must have carved out there. And he yells, "Poof! Don't worry, we've got this together." We see Holly sneeze again, and she's reaching for something in her pocket, which looks like a small pen, which she jabs into her upper arm and presses the button at the end. And it feels like she's breathing through for a moment, like, "Okay, we've got this." And then she forms that ball and just fires it forwards like a Kamehameha, burning through the robots. Or actually toppling them over. Now we're gonna cut to Jack and Lisa. You're floating up in the air. You see in the distance a bit of commotion, like a smoke cloud, as if a building... Yeah, actually you see a building just toppled over. I wonder what that was about. I think you hear a woman screaming, driving by on a motorcycle down in the streets. And
To be honest with you, I fell asleep at my desk, so I kind of missed the last half an hour, but yeah.
No problem, that's why I'm recapping for you. You're floating up in the air, seeing all this commotion of your fellow students happening below. How are you gonna get some points for yourself?
Where is the actual enemy?
Huh, okay. Yeah, you know what?
Because, frankly, Lisa might want to save them, but she doesn't have the powers to do so. And while Jack does, she thinks that, you know what, the easiest way to save all of these people and all of my fellow students is to actually take care of the threat first, so that no more havoc can occur.
Yes. These robots must have some sort of central gathering grounds.
Well, we're in the air, we can see.
Yeah. You see a replica of the school in the cities, and it seems there's a lot of robots in the courtyard dispersing into the streets now that the commotion has started. They seem to be responding. If you strike there, you can take out a lot of robots and make it easier for your fellow heroes.
Let's fucking strike there then. Can I strike both as Lisa and both as Jack?
Sure. Just emote what Lisa does and how it looks, right? But start with...
Well, first of all, obviously Jack would try, and what Jack would do first of all, because he has the wind, he would try to contain them. You know, think about it this way: that, you know, nothing can exist in a vacuum, and winds are strong enough. You know, even in real life, suddenly if you have like a really bad wind, you can't really move forward now, can you?
Ironically, robots are probably most likely to be fine in a vacuum.
Yeah, in a vacuum, sure. But think about it this way: even, you know, if you have enough force of like pushing it back, as in the wind, you can't exactly move now, can you?
Just describe as it happens, and we'll see from there.
So Jack would basically, obviously, I should probably actually use a freak. Let's try.
You know what? First. Yeah, that seems very powerful, taking on that many robots. So roll freak.
It hits.
Okay.
Doesn't have to hit for both.
Yes. Okay.
So what happens is that Jack makes kind of a windshield around the area, so that it's almost like a fucking eye of the storm. Very calm inside, but try and fucking go outside and you just fucking spin around. You can't get out.
Yeah, some of the robots who are trying to leave get spin around in this tornado that you basically make. Yeah.
Yeah, it contains the robots.
Yeah.
Now, Lisa, on the other hand, like she's just biting her lip and she's like really hesitant. Like, I don't really want to do this. Until Jack encourages, like, yeah, you can totally do this. Like, think about it, how many people they're hurting. You know, we have to do this. Come on, Lisa. Come on, we can do it. Obviously, Lisa being super hesitant and whatnot, she screws her eye shut, and suddenly they all just explode.
Yeah, there's a huge explosion. Okay. Yes. Since she is just a NPC, you don't have to roll for it. There's a huge explosion. However, the explosion wins, and the heat updraft from the explosion makes it so that your transportation disc actually becomes unstable, and she's falling now.
Okay, let's see if I can save her then.
Yeah, it would be a defend roll.
Yeah, defend. What is this? It's fucking savior.
I hope you're a good savior. Haha. Mark potential. You're trying.
Fucking false.
Yeah, you're trying to race to save her, but your own winds are now working against you. While you're in this wind body, you has easily drifted off. And she gets...
But yeah, it's a bit hard to fucking maintain a hurricane and a flying platform. You can actually contain the explosion and everything.
She gets spun around and you lose sight of her in the ensuing smoke of the crumbling school building. Well, that came true. And we hear Rami Ray Radio over another loudspeaker where a whole bunch of people are watching. He says, "Oh, looks like this is some explosive power these heroes have there. And where's that wind coming from?" And we see 3 people in particular standing around. Let me grab them for you. Make them a bit bigger. There we go. These 3 people standing, and this right person here says, "These damn kids, they're gonna make more trouble than they're worth. Look at that destruction. This is something we're gonna have to clean up."
Why does the left one looks like fucking Umbra's mentor?
The left one here?
It's... I only...
leftmost one. That was the first thing that came to mind. It's like,
this one?
Is that Umbra's mentor?
It's not. He's got a trench coat on, and he's taking a drag on a cigarette, and he's saying, "Well, we sure hope that they're not gonna be sent out to solve petty crimes, because otherwise that really isn't gonna work for them. Somebody should teach them some of the finest things of hero work." And this middle person is actually chewing down on a donut while looking at a clipboard. He says, "Well, according to this, they've broken about 23 regulations of the city by now. And I don't think that one has a driver's license," as the camera cuts back to Samantha. Ironically, Samantha suddenly gets hit by a flying object, which would turn out to be Lisa, who managed to hold onto the bicycle as the 2 of them are now sitting on this bike. And Lisa saying, "Thank you for saving me," and she gives sort of this back hug while saying, "Saving? I don't know how to stop this." They both look sort of past each other at the street ahead of them.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this is turning to chaos quickly, and I love it. We're gonna give a moment. Actually, you know what? It flows best into Jennifer, who was trying to sneak up on a robot, and she actually managed that. And she puts her hands on the back of the robot and she says, "Gotcha!" And the robot is still, completely still. A few other robots around her notice her exclamation of joy and start firing at her. But all the bullets around her enter and then they stop mid-air. And we see this perfectly shaped bubble effect where all the bullets pierce the bubble but then immediately get stopped. Meanwhile, Jennifer's trying to quickly tear the robot somewhere apart, just saying, "Come on, come on, come on, gotta think fast. There's gotta be an off switch on these somewhere," as more and more bullets just amass around her, forming like this globe, this pincushion. And then she's hearing this distant sound of like a motorcycle, a space motorcycle, and she's quickly ducking down out of this bubble effect, and suddenly all the bullets fire onto the robot and color him in at least 20 different colors as a bicycle just drives by and crashes through the robot mass, and that surprisingly manages to stop it. We're gonna cut over as we hear the exhausted voice of Rosa and Samantha falling off the... Rosa and Lisa falling off the bike. We're gonna cut over to Keith somewhere in this... No, wait. It's Hyos. I gotta get used to the names. Give me a slack. Hyos, somewhere in the city.
Okay.
How would he approach a robot if he spotted one first?
I think he kind of would avoid. I know he knows that he knows he has to, but he really doesn't want to because he's not sure how well he would do against one or how much destruction he'd kind of cause if he lets loose.
Okay, then I'm gonna put some pressure onto you. As you see this robot, you hear this cluck behind you. It seems like something just fell over, and you turn around, it's a robot right behind you, ready to strike you with one of those bomb things they're wielding. He's about to toss it at you.
He just grabs whatever is close to him and just flings it full force by accident.
Okay, what do you think you're gonna grab? Just make something up that you would find in the city.
Most likely a fire hydrant, just ripping it off the ground and just tossing it straight at him.
Yeah, nice. You hit the robot head on and you bash him over, but that alerts more robots to your presence as a fountain just shoots up into the air, announcing exactly where you are. You hear metal clanking of many feet coming towards you.
He just, no, 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 no. Then he starts to run to try and lose them.
All right. Assess me the situation as you're running away, because you're trying to find an exit, of course, or a place to go get away.
With the -1, I still succeed.
Okay. Ask me one question here from the list. You have it open, right?
Okay. I'm bringing it up.
You all should have the move list open. It helps a lot to think about what you could do.
How could I best end this quickly?
Okay. You hear someone yelling on the robots. Some of your students were back by the robots. Come on, I think we found another student. Get me closer, robots. I command it.
What?
The quickest way to stop now, to end this quicker, would probably just stay still. Behind a tree. A plastic tree. Just to be safe.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you stand behind a plastic tree, and Lily, you're riding onto the scene on a small herd of robots.
Yes.
How you... You know what?
I'm just sitting on top of the lead one with the hooked up to my wrist computer, like.
Yeah, you think you saw someone around here, but you're not quite sure where they are now.
Yeah.
There must be a student here. You see the smashed robot with the fire hydrant and the fountain that's shooting up into the air.
Huh. Interesting.
If you roll a Pierce the Mask, you have a chance to spot him and ask some questions about that person.
Let's see. Yeah. Pierce the mask. That is mundane. All right. I'll try to do that. Yes.
Full
Okay,
hit.
then.
You definitely spot Keith sticking out left and right of the tree, and you can ask him 3 questions.
What the? How did I do that?
What do you intend to do?
Hyos, what do you intend to do? Yeah, you just answer how you feel about it. Intending to do is usually short term, like what are you doing right now as your next action? Maybe you're muted?
What?
Hyos.
Yes?
Lily pierced your mask to find you, and she gets to ask you 3 questions. The first one was, what do you intend to do?
I heard that you said Keith first, so I was like, okay, it's not me.
Yeah.
Hyos. Yeah, sorry about. Maybe I even said Keith and didn't realize myself.
Then I didn't realize it either.
Yeah, okay. Hyos, here you go.
Okay, what I intend to do.
Yes.
Yes.
You
do see this girl with... What hair color do you have currently, Lily?
Currently, I think yeah, I'm very happy. I have bright pink hair right now.
Yeah, you see this girl with pink hair riding a robot and has another herd of robots behind her.
I think he would just be like, I'm getting out of here.
Okay, so this doesn't have to be a conversation. This is just what Lily realizes by your body language or actual language. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of hunched down like he doesn't want to do this at all. And so it's like, if I can get out of here, I'm gonna do it.
Well, you just see me just happily humming away, right?
Okay, you can ask 2 more questions.
What do you want me to do?
get rid of the robots chasing me.
And third question.
How could I gain influence over you? Might as well ask that one.
That is a bloody well good question.
It is.
I don't actually.
Might be
know
the same
that.
as what you want me to do, huh? Maybe if she gets rid of the robots?
Then she
Maybe. I'm not sure yet what would get influence over him.
It's a game of influence, you gotta think. Maybe now than later. Or better now than later.
Yeah. I think just being nice to him might be able to give her a bit of influence over him.
Okay, being a nice person. Okay. Now, Lily, what are you gonna do? Be a nice person or not? Depends, up to you.
Well, I'm going to be a nice person and try and murderize these hostile robots. Not these nice robots that I'm riding, but the bad robots.
Okay. Yeah, so you start a robot war between two different
the way I'm
sides
going
of
to
the
do that
robots.
is by using alien tech, because I'm basically just going to try to overcharge my own robots.
Okay, yeah, you're already making improvements. I like it. Go for it.
Yep, alien tech. Let's see. Alien tech is a freak roll, I think. Let's see. When you alter a human device with your alien technology, roll plus freak. On a hit, you create a device that can do something impossible once, then fizzle. When you roll out 10 plus, choose one, it works exceptionally well, you get an additional use of it.
Okay.
On a miss, it works, but it has unintended side effects.
Oh, unintended. I'm loving that. Let's go.
Yes. What could possibly go wrong?
Kaboom!
That could happen.
Oh, nice.
It
So,
works exceptionally well.
yeah, you overcharge the robots and their bullets actually explode the other robots with their fourth of the impact. You've actually
I
created
just
something that
overcharged
would
the
be lethal.
accelerators to just punch through the robots instead of just splattering them. That is probably not legal in this kind of situation, but who cares? I can do it.
Whoa, looks like some of those robots aren't tuned for just classwork. Better watch out, young heroes.
So what are these silly safety inhibitors? Let's get rid of those.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Okay, that's YouTube. Alright. Okay. We're gonna cut over to these three girls now. Yeah, sure, let's keep the robot there and let's get you two off to the side and see you together. We see, actually, yeah, it's another good transition where we cut back to this owl looking down from above at what the two of you have been doing. Surprisingly, he or she is incredibly still, just standing there while the clock is just tick, tick, tick. The viewers, in front of like a store screen, hear the announcer say, "What about that hero? Why is he not doing anything? Talk about a slowpoke. All the other heroes are getting their points up and this one's just standing up there."
Yeah, Summer.
And then the owl just looks off to the side towards these three, and Lobo happens to be running across them. As they all sort of introduce each other and saying hi and comparing scores, and Lobo was barking at them, telling them, "Whoa, I think there's a huge group of robots coming this way. It's like the storm blew them over here. We better hide and get the drop on them. That'd be a perfect strategy. Come, after me." And he hides into a storefront where there's a large open window but no glass in there, and they all hide behind it. And there is indeed a patrol of at least 20 robots over there, walking past them. And Rosa is thinking, if I rush out there and get to touch one of them, then I can push him into all the others and just crush them with my gravity powers. And Lisa thinks, if I can let them get away a bit further, maybe I can explode them without hurting anybody. And Jennifer is thinking, if I trap my teammates in a time bubble and focus strong enough, but I can trap the robots as well. But it should give me an advantage in movement. And Lobo is sitting there thinking, if I let all of them run in their front, they'll be distracting the robots, and I can sneak up and pounce them from behind. And the moment they're all thinking it, the temperature drops, and there's just the entire street gets frosted with a wall of ice. And they're all like looking, what? And in fact, they're like, they have these anime like wide open eyes, like, my points, they all say it together in unison. And then the ice wall shatters, and we see Devin just standing as the ice crystals sparkle in the air in all rainbow colors, and they're like, my hero! Instead of my points. And all the robots are completely frozen over. And he looks around to them and says, oh, I didn't see you there. And they're like, oh.
Oh.
At the same time, we have these three here gathered up. And that's about it. Let's see. Yeah, we only got to get you three together. So I know that Keith and Lily are there. You know what? Jesus Christ. You've got to get more complex and memorable names, guys. But again, you know, real life names. Very good.
You don't even want to know my sister's name then.
Probably not.
My sister's name.
Now, Jack, you knew in which direction Lisa was blown off, so you stumble upon them because Lisa was kind of going that direction. And Freya, you were looking for a way to regroup with Lobo, and so you end up also in the same spot. And Keith, you're the last one arriving. Tell me, how is your mood at the moment, having not found a single robot to smash?
He's looking really annoyed. He's not on flames anymore. But you know, he goes something, you know, hitting a rock or something, and then mumbles something about, I bet that Miss Harfeld made him fight with just to annoy me and something like that.
You all overhear this. Do you have any comforting words for Keith?
Freya says, has anyone seen a cute dog in an orange jumpsuit?
What is a dog in an orange jumpsuit doing here?
He's a hero.
Oh wait, he was in the classroom, wasn't he? Huh. Wait, that dog is a hero?
Eos just shakes his head. No. I have not seen him.
Has anyone seen a little girl in a school costume? Jack would walk in, everybody's looking. Has someone seen a bike drive by? Everybody's looking for someone.
Rosa!
At this moment, a loud siren honks like a horn, foghorn is saying, "Brrr." And we cut back to the teachers. There's some other teachers you don't quite recognize yet in the background. But we definitely hear Miss Hartfeld and Umbra. And Miss Hartfeld is saying, alright, it seems that all of them had some chance to try out their powers. Well, most of them anyway. Let's see about phase 2, shall we? And Umbra, sorry for role-playing over your character, but I'm sure you agree with her in a moment, presses a button and says, which is broadcasting across the makeshift city. Alright, good work everybody. Not as impressive as I would have expected from some of you. But the official proving round's course is over. Now comes an unofficial bonus round. Anyone who doesn't want to risk his limit life better get off the course.
Wait, what?
And then Umbra presses a button, and you feel something rumbling in the city. And not too far away from you, someone peeks over the skyscrapers. It is a Mechazilla of Doom!
Oh.
Our old friend.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yes.
I didn't see that one coming.
As it should be.
Wonder how many points he would bring to take him down.
Can I hack him?
You wonder all these questions. It seems to be scanning the area. If you stay there, it's definitely gonna spot you. And it's gonna probably initiate a fight immediately.
I'm going to use my wrist computer trying to reconnect with my bike, try to summon it to me, because seeing how tall that thing is, I will probably need the height advantage.
I'm gonna give you that. You can reconnect your bike and auto-drive it towards you. Yeah, it's gonna path fine to you.
Excellent, as it should be. It's alien tech.
Now,
It's fine.
here's the question. This is entering a scene, and it's got some special rules and moves associated with it. First of all, you all have team, which we're going to use the turn order clock for. That should be pretty good. Team pool. There you go. So all of you can see the team. When you enter a scene, I'm going to give 2 team as a GM, as a freebie. However, since you're now entering against a dangerous foe, you're gonna have to decide who is the leader in this scene. Which is something you're gonna have to figure out right now, yeah.
That is a really good question.
I do not think it would be Hales.
Whoever's the leader has to take charge in fiction. Hopefully Amanda hasn't fallen asleep yet. She could have.
I don't
She
think we'd
probably
have a
has.
leader though. At least not yet. Like this would be in this
Yeah, you
fight
would-
would kind of determine who the leader would be. So whoever's the one kind of taking charge in this fight would determine who our leader might be for the future.
It might be, though keep in mind that leader is always relative. If there's only 4 of you and your leader isn't there, someone else for this scene, this against this dangerous foe becomes the leader.
Well,
But
if no one's up, Keith would say, hey, you 4, want to take it down?
Take it down? I'm going to hack that thing. I want a new
No.
pet.
Do we have to?
I concur. It seems silly.
No, it would be fun.
okay. So, if the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team. In this case, since we haven't done the influence yet, we'll do it at the end of the session. We're not going to do that yet, so you don't have it over everyone. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. It doesn't seem like you have the same purpose. Some of you want to get away and other ones want to fight it, right?
Kinda, yeah.
If any member
Apparently
of the
so,
team
yes.
mistrusts the leader, remove a team. I don't think you have reason to distrust him yet, right?
I have done
It's
nothing
fair.
wrong yet.
Unless one of you says he's genuinely distrusting to everyone.
Oh, it's the sunglasses and all the paint. I just knew it.
I'm generally trusting of everyone. That's my
Yeah,
problem.
actually Keith is covered in paint. Whereas all of you are in relatively pristine conditions.
If anyone asks about scores, do not do that.
If your team is
Do what?
ill-prepared or off-balance, I also remove a team. Are you ill-prepared for this? Are you off-balance?
Well, we didn't really.
I'm not.
Well, we didn't really expect, suddenly a giant Megazilla of Doom coming.
Why not? You should always expect that.
Okay, you are from a really weird world.
No.
That's not the biggest robot you've ever seen.
Nope.
Though it is, once again, marvelous what humanity manages to accomplish together.
Yes, it is.
I'm not going to remove any team pool for now, so it seems like you want to get away from this thing.
Chaos, at least.
If we wanna fight it, you know, wonder how many points it will bring to take it down. He needs the points to beat Devon.
Alright, yeah, true. He definitely does, given that he hasn't really taken down any robots, and he can only imagine how many Devon has taken.
Exactly.
So that means, in your indecision, Mechagodzilla, the red scan lines roll over you, and his eyes blink, and he moves over to you through the streets. Boom, 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 getting bigger as he comes towards you. What do you do?
Where is Rosa?
Probably with another team.
Oh,
She's currently not on. She's not on the bike anymore, which comes driving towards you right now. You hope she held on long enough for it to stop.
Right. I suggest that we split up and attack from different directions.
I suggest I will try to. I will try to attack it from the sky. Basically, my goal would be to fly up to its neck and try to find a way to connect to it, so I can maybe disconnect it, at best take control of it.
Joseph,
Or
Keith has
disrupt its systems.
Keith has this really confident smile. Like, yes, totally.
My hair is also blue at the moment.
Alright. So
Is it blue?
just be careful, it might get a bit hot.
Yeah, I think my hair is actually a blue/pink. It's both.
So if you go from above, I can go from the ground. What about the other three of you?
Freya will say, you can take it from the ground from behind. I'll stay in front.
Right.
You look puny. I don't want you squished.
Wait, what?
Freya is a lot taller and more adult looking than any of you.
So, keep it. What is there with me and my luck with women today? Damn. First I'm a bad person, now I'm puny. What's the next gonna be?
Well, you're kind of short.
Good job. Yes, good job.
You're not helping.
No.
What will you do, Hyas? What will you do as he looked at Hyas?
Fight? Unless I have to fight that thing.
What? Okay.
Here's the thing. For example, you can provoke someone to do something, if you will. And if it's a PC, they, if they do it, they add to the pool. If they don't do it, they mark a condition.
Right. I'd like to provoke him by saying, what kind of hero hides in the face of enemies? Villains.
You also have to, with that provocation, have to, say what you want him to do, and
Well, I want him to, instead of choosing to hide, to choose to fight.
Okay.
Provoking is superior if I provoke someone. I have a character who actually has a plus in it this time.
Nice. Go for it.
What
7. You can choose one. You can choose one of these. If they do it, add a team to the pool. If they don't do it, they mark condition.
Is it choose one from the above?
Yeah, choose one from the below.
Oh, the below, yes. But that's not my. No, it's. If they don't do it, they mark a condition.
Okay, so how do you feel about him telling you a real hero wouldn't hide?
I mean, he doesn't really see himself as a hero yet. I mean, he's just trying to.
You can still hide, but you're gonna have to mark a condition. Probably afraid. Or hopeless would also work.
Hmm.
Or guilty. Anything but angry, I think.
Yeah. He'd probably just look at him and go, do I really have to?
For the sake
can't
of
really
fiction, you gotta
control
make a
it.
choice.
I can't really control my powers, he says.
Well, then just make sure you don't hit anyone except for the big droid. You know, it's so large.
Look at the size of that thing. I don't think that matters.
No, as it slowly comes closer to us.
Yeah, it's actually at the foot of the street to you now. You really have to make a move now, or it's just gonna start trampling on you.
I'm going on my bike and start. Just tell me if you're going to do anything. I'm moving up there.
Vroom.
Well, when it comes down to it, it's up to as Keith lays a hand on Hio's shoulder. It's up to you to decide what you want to do. As he then, well, let's do this, and begins, to run around the buildings to get behind it.
Okay.
And as soon as he is away from the other people, he's just for a moment, his confidence smile begins to disappear, and he seems sort of afraid as his hands begin to shake. I need to control my power. I need to control my power.
You see your hands start smoking as they shake.
Yeah, god damn it! As he then moves on.
Yeah, everybody moves out except for Chaos, of course. You're still standing there staring down this thing. It's either hide now or fight.
He looks around to see what he can use.
There's a
And then he
lamp
just
post,
looks at it and go,
park bench, a car.
he just looks up at it and, oh god damn it. And then he just starts to rush towards it to try and get up on its legs.
Okay, we see you dashing towards it.
That is definitely a foolhardy move.
Yeah, that is definitely a foolhardy action. You're gonna have to roll directly engage the threat. Keep in mind that even though you remove the condition, you still have the minuses till the end of the scene.
Yep. Directly engage. Okay. Nope.
The foot lifts in just the right way to kick you down the street as you go tumbling backwards in like making little swirly
I am
motions.
so glad that he is ridiculously durable.
Yes, thankfully it's ridiculously durable. You end up inside a car that dents and the car alarm goes off like beep, 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 beep. Meanwhile, we
He
see
covers his ears.
we see above Lily is zooming on her bike. You want to aim for the neck. It's kind of easy to get close to this big thing, but then his hands start swiping at you.
Well, that's annoying.
I think you're still engaging the target directly, even if you're trying to.
Yeah,
hack
but I am using my craft, though. I am using my craft this time.
yeah.
So I can use Superior for this. As that's part of the Kirby craft thing. I can use Superior to unleash my powers, directly engage a threat, or defend someone. How I defend someone with my craft, I don't know, but I can.
Well,
you can pick them up real fast, for example.
Yeah, true.
Or you can make
Superior.
the bike shake.
Kapow!
You manage to zoom. Tell me exactly. One of those hands comes straight for your Kirby craft, and it's gonna connect at this speed. How does the Kirby craft avoid it again?
It shifts. It shifts into a different phase, where it's basically where the corporealness of this dimension doesn't affect it at all. Just slides right through it.
Yeah. Question: does it still move while in the phase, or does it stand still in place?
It can still move.
Okay, so it comes out at a different space.
It can't affect when it's phased out. It can't affect anything, but it can still move.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So you make it right to the neck, and pick two things from the directly engaged list.
Let's see here.
Actually, you might still get hit by another swipe, since
I know.
you'd have to pick resist and avoid if you want to make it out there without a condition.
I'm taking resist avoid their blows.
Okay.
And I'm going to actually, because I am a good person and I like my team, I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies. Basically, I'm going to try to create a distraction that will create an opening for someone else to put an actual hurt on this thing.
The robot is trying to
blind it or something.
Mechazilla of Doom is trying to relocate and has sort of focused its sensors on you. Close range, of course. And this gives an opening for Freya, who's been moving up on the robot. What are you going to do, Freya?
I have to point out that I actually have basically 2 blaster pistols on my hip. I have never drawn them.
You could still do it in a dramatic moment.
Yes.
Right.
BRB.
She will, going along with the fact that we technically destroyed the school when we did this.
Yes, you did.
She's going to... She's going to rip up a nice little tree decoration that was along the street. And, like, kind of put it in one hand and javelin throw it.
What would you be aiming for? Because the metal itself, the armor plating, should be pretty impervious to plastic trees.
She's going to try and get it into its mouth, so that way it can't snap at things.
That sounds good. Yeah, that would be a directly engagement. Go for it. Full hit. Pick 2 things from the list that fit in with you succeeding and tossing it right into its mouth, jamming the mouth open like Luke in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, so I'll choose the take something from them, so it was take away the ability to use its mouth.
Okay.
And I will surprise the opposition. It wasn't it was trying to focus on the weird buggy alien around its head, and then all of a sudden it got a tree to the mouth.
Yeah. Okay. Right, let's see how that surprisement works. Okay, it roars angrily in a very Godzilla fashion. And then starts firing small missiles everywhere down the street. Which 2 did you pick again, Freya?
I chose the take away something, which was the use of its mouth, and then I fight it.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those missiles comes extremely close, blowing you off the street into a building wall. Mark a condition.
Okay. She will be angry.
How do we know she's angry in fiction?
You can see her ears twitching and her fur's kind of like rippling a little bit, like it's standing on end a bit.
Especially on the neck, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Also, these missiles pose a threat to Hayos, who is still laying in the car. You see this barrage of missiles getting closer to you. How you do get away or stay?
He kind of panics and just grabs all the car from behind and just flips it up in front of him.
Nice. That blocks the missiles, I'd say, definitely. But you're still gonna have to mark a condition. And I think, well, which one would you choose?
That's a good question.
How would it make him feel just barely avoiding this with a car?
I think it would be afraid, sort of, because he doesn't really want to do this.
Yeah, it might still be true. Okay, let's see. We're gonna focus on Lily, since the missiles definitely did not hurt. Actually, you know what, Keith? Keith, you're in the buildings or we're sneaking around to its back, and now you have arrived on your back. You see all these explosions going up in front of you, but it has definitely not spotted you.
Well, looks up and see that, you know, the girl with the blue hair is still up on her back. This guy. And there's no big woman in front of it. Well,
no, the woman got slapped to the side by the missile explosion.
Yeah. Yes, then let's turn the heat a bit up. He again, you know, begins to burn, actually, Keith. As he gets
you still have one burn left, I think, yeah. Right?
I have 2 burns left.
Right.
As he, again, you know, make this huge fireball and then just compress it into one small. This better work this time! As he then, you know, fires it towards the back of the Megazilla.
Nice. Alright, fire on it.
Right.
I think this is Reality Storm, right?
It is.
If you miss this, you're definitely going to take a condition of some sort for your self-insecurity. I guess that works. Or hopelessness.
I hit, actually.
Alright, so pick one thing from the list as you blast this thing into the back with what's probably going to smolder and melt his metal platings.
Yes.
One burn, huh?
Yes, one burn.
Ooh, okay.
I take that, you know, that the second burn he can use is, you know, when he, you know, really concentrate on not wanting to damage anything and when he gets better control of his power. So
yeah,
one burn is all he needs right now.
What are you gonna do for your
he creates an opportunity.
Okay. The Mechazilla is actually turning towards you now. However, Lily, you're on that robot that gets toasted right now. Your hair suddenly catches fire.
God damn it!
Oh no.
It could be worse.
This is bad.
What do you do? We're focusing on you as you sort of now have an interesting color scheme to your hair, which is red. Well, yellow-ish.
Oh crap, I need to put this out and I need to put it out fast.
Yeah, take me a powerful blow, Lily. Roll to take a powerful blow, because that kind of is implied in your hair burning. Full hit. You must remove yourself from the situation, which would inquire putting your hair out. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the list 7 to 9.
I'm sorry.
If you wanted to put your hair out, that would be a remove yourself from the situation.
I need to remove myself from the situation. I cannot let myself go bald. It would be horrible.
You see this water tower on the... Oh no,
what
you know what?
Think?
You know what? There is this fire hydrant which is still spewing water.
Oh yeah.
Whoops.
That would be enough, but it would remove you from the scene.
Yeah, I'll be going for that.
Oops.
Yeah, I'll be removing myself from the scene. Because
Okay,
I cannot
yeah.
lose my hair.
No. Okay. Now it's... I guess we're gonna move back to Keith, because it has turned around to you now. I guess you will get an opportunity for your allies, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that means an ally should go. Freya and Hanos together. This thing just turned away from you. Seems like you have an opportunity to do something awesome.
Leaving an open hole in it that has
Yeah,
melted
on the back,
away.
actually, the armor's molten away. You can see a bit of its inner working.
So is there still kind of fire on it?
It's still burning a bit, yeah. I mean, depends. Do you want there to be fire or not? Because I would give you either way.
I do.
Okay, then there is still a bit of fire from some electrical cables that are burning. Some
So
rubber.
she kind of gets down. She kind of falls from the window.
Yeah, it was like
and,
on the first floor or something.
She hunches over like she's gonna kind of run at it, but then she sees the fire and her eyes get wide and she kind of staggers back. Her body's shaking as she watches it kind of dance around in the inner workings.
Oh, is she scared of fire?
You might need to mark me afraid as a condition. Chaos, are you afraid of fire?
No, by now I think he would probably be getting up from behind the car due to explosions and whatnot. He probably doesn't have much clothing left. I mean,
Explosion!
I think you have 2 pieces of car in your hands at this point.
pretty much like, and then he just looks at the burning mecha thingy.
Mechazilla of Doom!
Yeah, mecha thingy. He calls it mecha thingy. He looks at the 2 pieces and then just drops them and just. I don't like this one. I want to destroy it. Before he charges at it again, basically. I think he would probably by now start to lose some control over himself in terms of containing his own strength.
Okay, sure.
So, well, instead of, how a normal person runs with just light foot, now there are starting to appear cracks in the asphalt where he places his feet as he digs them down.
Nice.
Really propelling himself forward towards the thing.
You're running full speed. It hasn't spotted you yet. You get a clear shot at whatever you're trying to do.
He's gonna break it off its leg by the kneecap, just tackle full force into it.
Alright, roll to directly engage.
Can I use Freak to unleash my powers to do it?
You're directly engaging this thing though, so it wouldn't be a freak roll. Because you're fighting this thing, there's a specific rule where it's like, yeah, even if you use your powers in any way to attack something, it's always engaging a threat.
Yeah.
Using your powers would be to kind of lift a building and then toss it on it, which still would be a directly engaged threat roll.
Okay, he succeeds.
Okay, nice. Pick one of the things.
Okay. He'll take something from them.
Which one what would you take from them?
Basically everything from below the left knee.
Okay, you literally, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. See, you don't have to unleash your powers. You can just do it with a threat roll as well. Nice. You take the entire piece of the leg and the robot topples over to its right, stumbling. I think it lowers itself onto its left knee or right knee, whichever leg you took off. The other one goes to a knee to balance it out, and it tries to slap on you, Keith. Roll to take a powerful blow.
It's ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I think the fist wouldn't hit you directly unless you wanted to and you can survive that. Otherwise, it would just be hitting right next to you and you get hit by debris that's falling, like being smashed up from the road.
Yeah, he gives ground to the Megazilla of Doom.
How do you do that in fiction?
Well,
Something like getting into cover or moving away from it for now. in a position where you
Yeah.
can't directly attack it again.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, right. So you basically have to duck into. I think you see a porthole right next to in the street that gets flung open. This would be a way to get to some cover.
What?
A manhole.
Oh, this is just going to be great. He jumps down there.
You land like foot deep in water. Now you have wet feet. But moments later, the hand smacks over where you weren't. You in the dark for a moment. We go over to Freya. The fire has gone out now, and the robot is sort of on its knees. You might say it's on its last leg.
Not for long. Seeing that the fire's out and seeing the kid who obviously didn't want to fight run up and tear one of its legs off, she can't be shown up. So she's going to run up to try and tear the other leg off.
Okay. Yeah, that would be a directly engaging the threat. I'm gonna see if you can manage to tear a robot leg off. Hell yeah, you can.
I think you can.
Let's see. You still have to pick
Oh,
two, but this is definitely gonna incapacitate the robot. Let's call it like that. It's not gonna destroy it completely, but it's definitely gonna incapacitate.
I don't. Oh, never mind. Really. Okay. Yeah. So she'll take something from it. She'll take its leg.
Yeah, its other leg.
And she will create an opportunity for her allies.
I mean, the opportunity is that the Mechazilla is now on the ground, laying on the ground, and it can only Terminator claw its way. And it's actually another opportunity is that it can't turn around in the street corners this way because it's too long and the street isn't wide enough. So it can only go in one direction, which it is. Keith, you have a moment to jump out of your hole before the main body of the Mechazilla is going to drag itself over you, trapping you down there.
Well, do I have a feeling where the Megazilla are, if I turn, in direction down in the manhole?
Well, yeah, absolutely. You know where he is in relationship to you.
Yes.
And right now you got a bit of an opportunity to jump out and get away.
He gonna try something stupid. Because
Okay.
If there's
You have an
something
opportunity to do something stupid as well.
Because if there's something he hates, it's getting wet.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Exactly. So what he's basically going to try to do is to stand down in the manhole and just use his full power, to burn below the ground away underneath the road where the Megazilla is, so it would collapse.
Okay, it seems like unleashing your powers, because that's not directly targeted towards the Mechazilla, but more targeted towards collapsing the street. There would also be a huge fountain shooting upwards into the sky.
And finally, full hit.
Yeah, nice. Is that one of your moves, or is that just to unleash power?
That's just on his power, but we can always create some unwanted collateral damage somewhere.
I mean, the street collapses, but that's not unwanted damage. It's fine.
No, that is true. But some buildings.
You collapse the street, and the Mechazilla is now in its crawling state, trapped in like a bit of a ditch. Looks like you've made it. You've incapacitated the Mechazilla.
Well done, guys!
Now, keep in mind, after when you share a triumphant celebration, look that up under your team moves. Everyone can do something that way and get some bonuses or downsides. Maybe it gets you remove some conditions if you do it right. Who
But
wants
we
to go
haven't
for that?
defeated it.
I do.
I would consider it defeated at this point. It can't move out of the ditch.
Okay.
Since it doesn't have legs anymore and it's kind of like can't move its arms right.
You know, Keith still standing, you know, totally still having flames around him, just, I hate being wet.
This could also work when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone. Tell them how they could stop you, if it came down to it. Give them influence over you in clear condition. If you want, like, hey, you can dump me into water. Or it's like, hey, I hate being wet. That's a vulnerability you're sharing with them.
It actually is.
Now you can tell that to someone specific or just tell that to all of them and they all would get influence over you. But that means you would clear multiple conditions.
That is true.
One for every person who you tell that to.
Yeah. You know, Keith would get up and, you know, turns out, kills the flame on him, and, you know, funny enough, his clothes is not burnt, but it's wet.
Yeah.
It's strange. Stupid water. Stupid manhole water. Amazing how my powers actually worked so well down there. And that would kind of be his way, you know. Yeah. Use water against him.
Yeah. You all get influence. Lily, I think you're the only one who isn't there yet, so you're not getting influence over him. But definitely Freya and Chaos.
Woohoo!
And you can clear 2 conditions as well, Keith.
I only had one.
That's fine.
But
clear one then.
It was an annoying one who made me fail so many rolls.
Yeah. Almost like planned, huh? To introduce a character's problems.
So, by the way, I'm Keith Valentine. He seems tired.
No, really.
Lily, you know, the water pressure suddenly lets up after you've been bathing your hair in these bursting waters.
Yep.
You notice that Mechazilla has sunken into the ground quite a bit, and your battle companions are standing over there. Clearly not everything went as planned. But somehow they managed.
Well, they won. That's the important part. Go team!
Yeah. Say, what is the outsider celebration? The triumphant celebration.
See. Weird. Let's see. When you share triumphant celebration with someone, take influence over them if you show them meaningful affection, physical or emotional. Hugs!
Okay, so Lily just runs over there and hugs you. All of them? Or
well, I bike
just
over there
someone?
and just... And then drop off the bike and barrel into them with a hug, but yeah.
It's
Right,
one of those big group hugs.
All of them. And Keith just hug from him. Oh, my day is saved again, as he totally hugs her back.
Ah. Okay, so everyone take influence over Lily.
Doesn't she take influence over us?
Yeah.
Nee.
It's, when you share triumphant celebration with someone, take influence over them.
Oh, okay, Lily, you take influence over them.
But
They decide if it's meaningful.
they decide if it's meaningful, and of course it's meaningful for Keith because yay!
Pretty girl. Also.
It is not meaningful to Freya because you're making her, holding her near the weird, smelly fireman, and she doesn't like it, so she's gonna wiggle out of it.
I'm not on fire anymore. But
I actually don't have any team moves that clears my conditions. That's a problem for me.
But you do notice Keith is really warm. You know, you would think he had a fever.
Aw.
Hyas, do you think this is meaningful, getting hugged by someone?
I think he would, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
people don't really...
She doesn't seem to care that he looks different.
No.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's like, This is weird.
So, might I ask you all for your names? Consider I presented myself, and no one else did.
Chaos.
Looks at the woman who's hugging him while he's hugging her back. Maybe his hand is getting a little too low.
My second ability is stunning beauty. Just saying.
Yes.
I think I'm letting go after a while.
Before it becomes too
Good
awkward.
job, guys! I'm so proud of us, of you. I kind of had a hair emergency, but yay! Good job.
Oh yeah, sorry about the hair. My bad. I thought you were out of it.
It's fine. It's fine. My hair is all pink and wonderful. It is actually.
Beautiful.
Pink hair.
Does
Wait
it
a
look
minute,
singed?
wait a minute, wasn't it a blue at some point?
It was pink and blue at one point. Yes.
But you got some weird hair. I'm personally sure it was blue and pink at some point, or
I think it's your hair that's weird, but that's besides the point.
Hey, my hair is normal,
No.
when it's not on fire. I see,
Yes, that seems to be a
smiles
problem.
Like he tried to crack a joke. He tried to make that sarcastic, ironic joke.
Yeah. Yes, that seems to be a slight problem, isn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah. You know what, guys? Let's do relationships right now.
Wait, I want to do my thing because it will
Okay.
actually kind of lead into it.
Yeah.
So
okay, do it.
while Lily and Keith are debating about whether hair is weird or not, Freya is going to go up to Heos. She's going to glare at him with her single eye and say, "You act all scared, but you got something in you, and I'm going to figure out what it is. He's now my rival."
Ooh,
Okay,
interesting.
then I'm curious, who's your love gonna be? That's gonna be interesting.
Might be a
It would be comical if it was the same. That would
No,
be
it
like,
can't-
wait, what?
Oh,
I mean,
that's
it can't.
would
that-
be
that's
difficult, but
definitely
kind of.
different.
It could be, but
But
it's her choice.
they
Let's see.
can
Yeah.
change.
It can change, of course, on the fly. So let's see. Bull's hard love. Okay, give the new subject of your affection or disdain influence over you. So Heos, you take influence over Freya. Because what you do matters to her. But she will take +1 ongoing to any action that, frustrate your rival. Okay, as it says. So whatever would be frustrating you, she takes a +1 to. Even if it's not directed at you, but just, why does she do this? She would get even better at doing it. Yeah, do you have any idea for the love so far? I mean, it could be Lobo, since he's kind of like your best buddy.
Yeah, she doesn't like Keith because Heath sets things on fire and now currently smells and has implied that he doesn't like water, so he might not shower.
What?
Well,
I
you
mean-
did see him burning white. I was just like, you didn't technically see him throw that fireball. He was burning, always, but you didn't see him throw that
I
fireball.
think she can put 1 and 1 together. I think that would be enough visual cue for you that you are actually firing stuff. But hey, you decide. If not, then not. But
no, yes, there is. That's totally his.
it's like, hey, he says, I'm gonna get behind it, and when the monster turns around, there's fire behind the monster on the back. Yeah. Okay, so who else would fit? Love-wise?
Lily didn't really do anything
Hey!
directly with Freya. So, and then Heos is already her rival, and then
Jack fell asleep
So
halfway through.
I think- I think right now Lobo's like her brother, so he's the current love. But if there's chances that her love will change to a mating love. What?
Well, of course, I gotta give you enough incentive in that direction as well. Good. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can just belong to both two worlds to actually clear condition. That's a useful ability for me to have. Oh well.
Yeah, speaking further of relationships, sticking with Freya for a moment here. Relationships is your love? I guess Lobo would fit there for now. And Chaos' rival, they tried to control you at a crucial moment. Actually, it was the other way around, wasn't it? You know what? It's fine. It'll work. It's kind of like, hey, I want to figure this out. That's your relationship. He's my rival because I want to know what's the deal with him. That fits as well. Mark that down as a relationship. How you formulated it the best back there. Let's see. Let's go with Hyos here, since we just talked about him. Who comforted you when you were at your lowest?
I don't think anyone really comforted him.
What happened about just now with Lily? Might that be the one?
Yeah, Lily gave you a hug.
That's true.
And did make you feel welcome. You appreciated it.
Yeah.
Okay. And who knew you before you changed? I think that is something that we talked before when you created characters.
Yes, that is Freya.
But you didn't realize anymore because he has transformed since then.
Pretty much.
So you know that you... Or perhaps she... No, she always was half wolf, half person, but maybe she was a lot younger looking. So maybe if your backstories eventually come up around each other, then maybe it clicks and you realize. Let's keep it there for now.
Yeah, but I'll write down Lily then.
So Lily, who here has been teaching you a bit about Earth in this sort of proving ground session?
That's a very good question.
No, this is normal hair.
Or perhaps this is something for the future. Who will you be spending some time with to learn about Earth?
At this point, it is actually probably Keith.
Yay!
Okay, so you'll be spending some time with Keith to learn about Earth. That's good. Yeah. So you have a crush on Blank, but you keep it under wraps.
I'm not sure. I haven't had enough interactions with Jack to make it him.
You know what? We can keep this open for now, and you'll just have to remind me every now and then. Or whenever you think one develops, let me know.
You could also have a crush with Freya.
I could. Or Chaos, but...
Or Chaos. Or Lobo.
What?
Everyone loves Lobo.
Yes, Lobo.
Lobo's a good boy.
I couldn't.
I saw an image earlier. I'm gonna find it now. Talking about Lobo being a good boy. Anyhow, let's move on to the next person, which probably would be Keith. Yeah, Keith, your relationships. You hang out all the time with Blank to blow off steam.
Well, you definitely hanged out with Lily.
Yeah, makes sense to have it from your end as well, since she hangs out with you and you hang out with her.
Exactly.
To blow off steam, so whenever you need to blow off steam.
But then again, it was also her that I actually heard. Well, it was her hair I heard.
You also hurt Freya mentally.
Well, that is true. I hurt Freya mentally. I made her scared. That is a good... That doesn't have to say it's physically hurt.
No, could also be, emotionally.
Yes. Oh yes, that would be Freya.
Okay. And I think that's everyone for now. We're gonna do Jax another time.
I do think I have my triumphant celebration.
Yeah, what is that?
Clear one condition if they treat you like a perfectly normal person, and mark potential if they praise your power or abilities.
I think you clear a condition because, you know, Lily treated you just like a normal person, so did Keith.
Woohoo!
What do you mark potential? Because Freya basically said, you have potential, and I'm going to figure it out.
Is that something you actually said to him, or was that something you thought to
Oh, yeah,
yourself?
that was part of my triumph.
Oh, okay. Okay, then, yeah, someone's told you your powers are awesome, so mark potential.
Woohoo!
Now, we're
I cleared all my conditions.
Nice. We're also going to come to the end of the session. The proving grounds are, it seems, over. Next time we're only going to see how the other groups deal with their Mechazilla of Doom.
Wait, there's more than one Megazilla?
Yes, every team has to take one down, or at least try.
God!
Also, because I'm cheerful, all of you have influence over me. Just.
Oh yeah, let's go
Unless you
over
did that last
influence as well. Yeah, no, we didn't. So everyone take influence over Lily if you haven't already.
Everyone has already got an influence over me.
I have influence over everyone except Jack.
That's fine. Hey, I mean, that's even almost a natural way of doing it. You know, it's like, hey, we'll give these people influence. Here's another picture relating to Lobo in Skype chat.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Okay. And then, for the end of the session, as you well know, we're going to go through how everyone has grown. So let's start with Chaos. How have you grown? Do we have the moves open there?
Yep.
End of session moves. What do you think? Grown closer to the team? More of an image of yourself, or away from the team?
Grow closer to the team?
Yeah. Who made you feel welcome?
Both Lele and Freya, sort of?
You're gonna have to pick one over the other.
Me.
Pick Freya, pick Freya.
I'm actually gonna go with Lele because she actually made me feel more welcome. Freya was just like, I'm gonna figure out, and it's like, Hales is like, what?
Okay, yeah. Give influence to that character. Lily, if you already have influence over him?
I did not.
Okay, so now you have influence over him. And clear condition or mark potential, Hales.
And I have almost full potential. Yay.
Yeah, some of you failed more than others today.
Yes, I barely failed today. It's a problem.
I'm looking at you, Keith, as well as Lily. Keith, how did you grow?
Definitely closer to the team.
And who made you feel welcome?
Lily.
She seems to have a very welcoming personality. Lily, do you have influence over Keith?
Yes.
He does.
So that means, Lily, you get to shift two of Keith's labels.
What would I think he would?
You can shift any one. He has no one maxed out.
Yeah. Well, he did set my hair on fire, so I don't think I would increase his savior.
Oh.
Yes, that wasn't a very safe reaction.
Yeah, I think I will lower his savior and raise his danger.
Ow.
Yeah, you're a danger to her. That kind of makes sense. And Keith, you can either mark potential or clear condition.
Mark potential.
Nice. Freya, how have you grown?
She has grown into her own image of herself.
Explain how you see yourself and why.
She is not a savior. She didn't really save anyone, nor did she, at the moment, care to. And she feels superior because Lily didn't seem like she did much. It seemed like Freya did 2 big things, which is probably tied with...
I distracted it and I created an army of robots.
And then, while it's not necessary, I am going to give influence to Keith because Freya is afraid of him right now.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I like it. Yeah, you can always give influence to people when you feel they deserve it. Or feel like, hey, they should.
Keith is not a bad guy.
Yes, he is.
That is literally the dilemma of the Nova. You're not a bad guy, but people will see you as one.
Otrix wasn't a bad guy.
He was so bad.
No.
He just had a god complex.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of the player, now the character Lily. How did you grow?
Well, considering the character growing close to the team would make the most sense, problem is who?
Keith.
Who made you particularly welcome?
Well, again, I didn't exactly interact much with Freya. I did save Chaos. Well, save. But I didn't actually interact
Did
much.
you save him?
Who was that I protected from the robots?
Yeah, that was Chaos.
Oh yeah, that was Hales.
You rode up on your cavalry unit.
Yes. And I didn't interact with Jack, so yeah, it's Keith.
Yay!
Yes, you have influence over me. Because everyone has influence over me.
So Keith, you get to shift her labels. You can shift any one of them. None of them maxed out.
Superior up.
Thank you.
Because, damn, what a beautiful babe.
Alright.
Puts back sunglasses on.
Danger down.
Well, crap. Well, now I really need to use my Kirby Craft if I intend to engage something.
Sorry.
Oh well.
You can fight to get your danger back up with people.
Yes, again. I mean, I'm not essentially inspiring the sense of danger. So it's fine.
Lily is not dangerous. She's beautiful. Can you see that?
Just, yeah.
She's dangerously beautiful.
She's also adventurous.
Dear God.
Seeing as she's running around on robots and wants to hack a Megazilla, but yeah.
What I'm gonna say is Striker's gonna be like, I want your tech.
You know, as we've kind of hinted at today, Striker might not be the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably Balalaika or his mother.
Now, we're gonna round off this session with...
let's see. Don't figure out if I clear a condition of market potential.
Oh yeah, you decide that. What do you want to do?
I mean, part of me wants to really want to get rid of these conditions because I'm bad at moving them, but on the other hand, I failed so little.
That you have very little potential, right? You're still good, already good.
I'm gonna pop now. Take care of people.
I'm going to clear a condition.
Alright.
I'm no longer insecure. Yay.
Nice. And we end the session the same way it happened to transition to all the time, just with this owl watching your fight, motionlessly still. Just watching as the camera zooms into the eye.
An owl.
Growing it all over the place. And then the camera
Can I
cuts
hack
out.
the owl?
Maybe the owl is mechanical. Alright then.
I'm going to hack the owl.
Sure.
Hack the planet!
Bye-bye.
Everything can be hacked. And everyone!
Yes. Brains are just organic computers, it's fine.
Yeah, right? Oh damn, that's a scary thought, isn't it? And next time, we're gonna see how the other teams manage to take on a robot.
Yeah, goddammit. Keith is going to be like, when he meets him, I took out, a mega droid. And so did I.
Yeah, I think that is the rivalry situation that's gotta arise.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to Rose just crushing it into a small cube.
Again, it's pretty big, so and Rosa has to touch it. So
Yes, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
I love Lily.
In a way, trying to make her personality opposite of Otrix. Just like I'm always happy and like, yay!
She reminds me a bit of Starfire. The way she acts.
Who?
From
Starfire.
Teen Titans, or
Yeah, I
similar.
haven't watched that.
Wait, what?
That was one of the
I haven't
cartoon
seen-
shows that ran when I got home from school
Ah.
as a child.
Also, do not watch Teen Titans Go, because that is the show. And watch just Teen Titans, and the Teen Titans movies, they're also pretty good. Starfire is an alien, also an outsider, and you know, the way their species learn languages, is by kissing a person, and then they learn every language that person knows.
Wow.
That's a cute way of setting up a romance, isn't it?
Yes.
So-
Also, be happy I'm not doing it. I thought of the outsider before Divinity came out, so I didn't make a character that learns things of people eating their flesh. Because
Oh,
of
yeah.
the-
Wait, what?
In
And
Divinity
Divinity's
2, the elves actually get, kind of like Space Marines, when they eat something, they get information from it.
Yep.
That's why. That would just be a way too disturbing character.
Yes, for a teenage superhero stuff, yes.
Yeah, probably.
That would just be disturbing. Well, I'm eating his flesh. Wait, what?
Yes, what's the problem?
A cannibal.
I think the kissing them is a better solution in that regard.
No.
It's also a lovely scene in one of the movies. The movies are more adult related than the series is. One of the first things she's doing when she meets the Teen Titans is, she goes up and kisses Robin. I believe it is.
I can't imagine. I mean, they were the couple, but not. Yeah, I can't wait to see how the
but
other
the question-
guys get it.
But the question is, which Robin? Because there are a lot of Robins.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Actually, next time first of all, hey, thanks everyone for watching. Next time we're probably going to be an hour earlier because I'm no longer in late shift.
Yay!
So we got more time to actually roleplay.
Now I'm double checking, so I'm not
and-
working that evening.
I do not have to work that, and I have no work that day. Yay!
I am working, but I'm working early. So yeah.
Yay!
Nice. Alright, see you all then. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.